whoa, 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 whoa. Chill, chill, chill. Whoa. Dude, nah. Hey, come on now, come on. Come on.
This isn't a funny situation. I'm still waking up. I'm sorry. But it's the way the dog's looking at him. It's the way the dog is keeping pace with him and staring up at him like, yeah, you thought you could get away from me, right? Look, we're going the same speed. What now? This is so mean. Like, what if this was a person who wasn't on a bicycle? That person would have been dead. You got a pit bull and what looks like a bully. That's the thing. It's not even one dog. It's two dogs.
Come on now. Go away. Go away. Go away. There's another one as well.
There's another one on the side. You know how terrifying this is? Do you know how terrifying this must be for the bicyclist? Do you know how terrifying it is for a freaking person who's walking on their two sticks? But imagine a bicyclist, and the worst part is that you're on the bicycle, you feel like, okay, I'm safe, but the dogs are still keeping up to you. And then there's the fear. I know what the fear is, having cycled myself. What if you fall? Because that's what they want. The dogs are doing the basic instinct thing, which is to chase after big game. After all, dogs are wolves, and wolves hunt in packs and take down really large creatures by chasing them and eventually nipping at them and getting them to trip or until the prey gets too tired, and then they start eating them before they die. So while you're alive, the dog's eating your ass. That's the worst part.
Come on. Go away.
Look at the hair, how it stands up on his back. Standing up on his... The dog's excited. He's like, ooh, I was waiting for this. I'll help you get your cardio in today. This man, he wanted a leisurely ride, get his cardio in. Now you're really working hard. Now you really got some gains in. Now your heart's really pumping. You got to thank these dogs because they saw you struggling. They're like, I got you, man. I see you lacking over there. I got you. I low-key, this is not funny, you know, from the realistic point of view, because owners should be ashamed of themselves. But I saw a clip, because I was looking at old commercials, like a compilation of old commercials, and there was a commercial where they were testing deodorant, and then they released lions or tigers or something after these people. No, I can't find it. I don't know. But it was a bunch of lions, and they were chasing these guys just to test how they do under stress and extreme sweating. This kind of reminds me of that.
Come on, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Go away. Catch up. Catch me if you can. Yes, there we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. 2 in a row. Dude.
I could feel the fear. I really think the dogs are just playing. I don't think their full prey drive kicked in yet. Because if they really wanted to bring him down, they could have. They could have easily brought him down. Snapped at his legs, you know, caught their jaws caught in the wheel. But if he had fallen, they would have descended on him. I don't know. Maybe. This is terrifying. I can't imagine what he must have been feeling. And those dogs, you know, they're like, this is the highlight of our day. This is freaking amazing. If there were like 8 dogs, I could understand. But then if you had kept going at their pace, they would have kept running for hours. And then people would just see you on the road running with a pack of dogs. They're like, what the hell is going on? You would have been just chilling with them. After a while, they would be like, you know what? This is good. Let's all run together as a pack. This is great. And then those owners would be like, where are my dogs? You should have probably kept a fence around your property or kept them within the freaking property. Obviously a rural area, and I live in a rural area and people just let their dogs roam. But the dogs don't go chasing people down the street. It's funny, like where I live, like people, their dogs are more trained. They don't attack people. But what made me even more anxiety, like I feel bad for the dogs because the owners are the ones who are neglectful. What if a car was coming the other direction or something and hit them? Or what if, you know, their dogs caused the cyclist to get in an accident and the car hits him? Like nobody ever cares about the situations. But if you really love your dogs, then be mindful. But this was a funny ass video. Pitbull is like staring at the guy like we're doing this? Dogs are freaking hilarious, man. I mean, it's all fun and games because the guy's okay, but still, Jesus Christ. Now, this other video, this was one of those rare cases where I excuse the owners. I usually don't because you're completely responsible for your animals, but it was just a perfect storm situation, and the way he explained it, the information that he gave, I guess I can kind of understand, but it's still scary when it happens.
Okay. Get your
dogs off me. Get your dogs off me. Jesus Christ.
Walter! It's not them, it's the puppies!
Fucking.
These are obviously Malinois puppies. I noticed, like, obviously. And it's so funny how this is probably their first instance of this happening, because he did explain later, I'll show you the information he gave, but their instinct is, as puppies, inexperienced puppies, when something big is running past, it's prey, so you attack it immediately. That is why not everybody should own certain dogs. This behavior is in every dog. To get something down on the ground and rip its ass open and use its bones to clean its teeth. That is in every dog. I like to instill this in people because people seem to not know this. Dogs are wolves. They are literally wolves. They just look different. They're just domesticated wolves that we've bred to look different ways. But they are still wolves, and here's the proof. Dogs are Canis familiaris. They are the descendants of the gray wolf, Canis lupus. In other words, dogs as we know them are domesticated wolves. Not only their behavior changed, domestic dogs are different in form from wolves, mainly smaller and with shorter muzzles and smaller teeth. So just imagine over time you have two wolves and maybe certain behaviors in wolves. Humans decided to befriend those wolves because they were friendlier, and then humans were like, ooh, this wolf has smaller ears and a smaller mutation for a smaller muzzle. So let's breed more like that so they look cuter. Then the ears started getting floppy and whatever, and now we have dogs. That's basically what it is. And you know they're the same animal because dogs and wolves can still breed with each other and make babies that are fertile and can breed. So even though we've bred a lot of behavior out of them, they still have those basic instincts to kill things. So you need to make sure you socialize your dogs at an early age so that doesn't happen. But yeah, this was terrifying for this dude. And these Malinois puppies are doing exactly what their instinct is telling them to do. Why weren't they on a leash? I don't know.
You gotta get control of these fucking dogs.
Get on. Come here. Just hit him.
Ooh! Video is so hilarious, but the guy trying to be like, dude, okay, there's just so much going on here. It's not funny, but it's what am I kidding? It's freaking hilarious, bro. The guy's trying to calm the puppy down, and the puppy goes for his neck. This freeze frame tells you everything you should know. Like, this is such a funny freaking picture, bro. Can you imagine? These are puppies. Can you imagine if these were fully grown dogs that weren't trained? These are puppies. These are young dogs. They're baby dogs. The people taking care of them are getting bitten too. That's the thing that's hilarious. They're getting bitten, but just for some quick insight, these are foster care. Like, these are not their actual dogs. They're like babysitting the dogs until the dogs can be rehomed into better homes. So they weren't the ones who initially had them. And I don't know how long they've been in foster care, but just for a little bit of background. But this is, and it doesn't matter because I've seen situations where people own dogs and have grown them from puppies, and the dogs still end up in situations like this with them. If this was a grown-ass dog, I mean, even as a puppy, look at those teeth. And I like how the dog is biting its handler while still keeping its eyes on what it really wants to bite. The puppy, this is the puppy's way of like, get the hell off of me. I want to eat that thing on the bicycle. Leave me alone. That's what that puppy is doing. These people, poor things. Not every dog is made equally. There are certain breeds of dogs that people should not handle if they don't know how to handle them. And I can tell, I don't know how long these dogs have been in the foster care, like I said, but I can tell these people don't know how to handle these dogs. Not at the moment anyway. Clearly. Funny as shit, Jesus Christ. That guy felt that. And this dog is biting him. Like, that's the thing. Like, okay, that dog bit him in the neck. Stop it. Look at this puppy that he's holding on to. The little puppy right here, the other one, is biting him. It's fighting him. See, it's biting him. He can't even control it.
No, it's okay.
Then you got the other big shepherd looking dog over here. What is that? I can't even see what it is. At least it's listening. I think this is probably their dog. So this dog isn't attacking. He's protecting his owners, but he's not actively attacking the guy. The puppies are, because clearly they're not trained.
Get off.
Fighting the puppy.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
And also, this is why these dogs, Malinois, are usually used for military, police. These are the kind of dogs that need work. They need work. They're the ones I mean, these dogs can do some amazing things. They're not for domestic owners. They're not for people who just want a pet. These dogs are bred for a purpose. That's why policemen and military use them. And they are powerful dogs. Don't let the little small size fool you. They are extremely athletic and powerful. And there are certain behaviors that are bred into them to perform the jobs that they're bred for. So these dogs are actually doing exactly what they're supposed to do. The only problem here is that they're not trained at all in recall. So the owners or the people handling them don't know how to control them or get them to stop.
Sorry, I think you'll be, it's gonna need me a bit more than sorry. Fuck me.
He said it. But you know what? Good on the owners for at least apologizing. I know we're gonna cover what happened afterwards, but most people, especially the USA, they don't even say sorry. Their dogs can kill another dog or maul another person and they grab their dog and run and don't even apologize. And I get it, because the USA, I don't know how they do it over there, but in the USA, people put down your dog, even for stupid things. Understandable, if your dog kills somebody else's dog, there's no replacing that. So these people, because they love their dog, they'll run off with their dog, with a dog that you have no business having because you can't control it. So he gives some information on what happened. They were looking for forever homes. He said they were very apologetic and they also paid for his stuff. You can pause it and read it if you want to. And as he said, punishing temporary owners trying to help out a charity seemed unreasonable, and putting the dogs at risk of destruction while they waited for a full-time owner, trainer, or handler also didn't make sense. And nobody was hurt. Like, it would have been a different situation if they killed a child or something. Then they'd be like, okay, we can't rehome these dogs after they killed another human being child. But it was an act. Like, I'm thinking to myself, if I were in that situation and I wasn't hurt badly or anything, they're puppies. I'm not completely unreasonable, because I'm usually the person that's like, yeah, I love animals. I love my dogs. I can imagine what it's like for somebody else's dog to be in that situation, but you need to put that dog down or have it taken away from you because you have no business having it. But this is one of those perfect storm situations where you kind of can excuse that. The only thing that I don't excuse is that regardless of whether or not the dogs are charity dogs or you're doing something good, which makes you a good human being, you still need to be responsible. Whether you thought nobody was coming through that area or not, always make sure your dogs are leashed. Because here's the thing, you have these dogs temporarily. They are not trained, you know? Like, obviously, the dogs are not leashed. You can see that they're not leashed. I don't even think they have collars on. What if an animal or a child walk past? This is no excuse. You should have a leash on these dogs before you take them out. I know you want them to run around and stuff, but if you know people are coming through an area, now the only time I can excuse this is if it's their property, and then it's like, okay, cyclist, why are you on my land then? You knew this is not your property, you shouldn't be. That's the only time I'd have my dogs running around free, if they're on our land. Like, we have quite a bit of acres, so the dogs can run at their leisure, but the minute my dogs end up on the main road and attack someone, if that person kills my dog to defend themselves or whatever, it is completely my fault. Because our dogs, for the most part, no recall. And the one that is kind of okay with recall, we always have her on a leash. And then I train her on my land where there's no distractions. Because it could have been anything. Could have been another animal, could have been a deer, could have been a child, anything could draw these dogs' attention. And if you have a dog with a high prey drive, the dog is not going to hear you when it sees something it wants to chase. It's just not. It's gonna be like, that thing right there, its ass is juicy. I can't hear anything. I just want that ass. And it's gonna go after that thing. Also, it's good if you're a foster care person to understand the breeds that you're fostering. I would think this is a basic thing people would know how to do. I mean, I don't want to completely shit on the owners, but just because they're doing something out of charity doesn't mean that you can't correct them with certain behaviors either.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, all ends well, ends well. All, I don't know the saying, but at least everyone's okay in the situation. There are situations where that doesn't happen, but it's always annoying because it's hell of embarrassing when people's dogs chase after you and you're now running for your freaking life looking like a damn fool. I mean, the best thing that happened in the other situation with the Malinois puppies is the person told him not to run for the safety of the dogs and for his safety, because like he said, yeah, they would have caught up to me and then they would have been far away from the humans and the humans wouldn't be able to grab them off. So that makes sense. It's kind of hard, though, to tell someone with a freaking 120-pound dog coming after them not to run, though, even though you know that the dog can catch up to you. The same instinct that makes the dog chase you is the same instinct that you have to run away from it. It's just, it is what it is. And maybe like back in the day, our ancestors could run way faster than us, like Usain Bolt type situations, and they're still not faster than a dog. But you know, there's that hope that you can get to the closest tree and go up it before the dogs or hyenas or whatever get after you. Good shit though. Sure, your heart is nice and conditioned after this run.